Yeah, good day, welcome to Multinet Design. In the continuation of our tutorial Tenerife that we were working on, designed by Santiago Calatrava, in which we are using to practice the concept of auditorium. Now, in the last episode, we were able to organize all this into a process. Then we created all these elevations stand, and if you go to south elevation, you'll be able to see, okay, these are the things. So now we want to create our form to match up with this. Then from the form, I want to use the form to later use to create functions. But for now, I want to focus on how to bring the form out. Let me show you what I'm on me. So I want to create this dome, complete this massing dome. I want to create it here. So I'm going to form all these before I will later proceed by developing the inside, interior, and every other thing that we're going to be doing. So I want to get the concept out, right? So I'll follow everything step by step. So now let's go. So how do we do it? So we come back to level 1, where we have the whole things in. So at the level 1 now, this is where I'm going to create the dome. So what am I going to use? I'm going to use a family to create it. I'm not going to use a massing or something like that. I can decide to use a massing, but not just use a simple thing that people will be able to get. So instead of going to, now let's just use wall. Go to component like that, then click on, and you get to wall. Search for wall. So we're going to use walls, and you say open. So wall 1, fine. So this is what we're going to use. So among these components, among these tools that are here, we're going to use only one, and the one we're going to use is just a revolve. So revolve is what we are going to use to create what we want to create here. So we need to first of all determine the axis of what we are going to determine. So we're going to get the axis line, which is the middle. So let it be that we starting our the whole thing from this point of postage, then you draw it to some level. So after you're done with this, so what do we do now? So we've done the axis mark. Now the next thing we do is that we need to draw we need to draw the arc part. So we're going to do this by saying you need to select some, so you understand the whole area of the angle that you are flowing through. So let me just use angle 60 degree, because some of them we still want to work on that later on. So let me just say angle 60 degree like this, then I will leave it at this point. So now what I do next is I will create, just say do the offset, which is 200. Good. The thickness of the wall, then I draw this, pick this one, draw, and get this one, right? Okay, so you do this by clicking and say finish, then finish. So you can click finish and see what you form. So this is what you have drawn on this one. Then you go back to level, to the 3D, and view the way the thing looks like. So this is where they're doing from, but this is not actually what we want to do. But because if you look at it from, let's give you the shaded part. So if you look at it from here now, you see that you do not have any correlate with this. So we're going to address that immediately. So you click on this. When you click here, so what you do, change this one to, just change this one to 180. Let it cut to half. See the average that this one is. So go to start elevation and see what they have over you. So come to west or east, anywhere, so that you'll be able to see what you are doing completely. So from here now, you need to lift this up. So you click, say move. Okay, let's quickly finish this before we move to that aspect. So I have it here now. And what I want to do is that I will go to start elevation. From start elevation, I need to have this in the halfway line. You can push this up. Understand? Then align it. Now continue. Anyway, you can just bring it. So this one is 90 degree. Type minus. Make it minus 90 degree. Okay. So that start from 0. This is minus 90 degree. So now what would you need to do? You need to cut this up, because you need how to get this particular zoom side with this kind of sharp edge. You can't get it that way if you leave it in revolving. So we want to work on that by doing the needful. So now we do it here by saying we have this in place now. So what we do now is say create. I will now use create void to do the needful. So create void, we are going to use, let's go to plan to recognize what we want to work with on the plan, level 1. So at the level 1, we have from here to, let's say, where is the reference line with measurements. So I'm going to use like 11,000, yes, in there to create that. So let's move on. Let's say we have level 1, which is south. So I'm going to say create, and I will use, I say fourth extrusion at this level. So I'm going to use one of the, let me just use grid line. This is grid, sorry, I did not recognize the grid. Let me identify the grid before I come. Yes, so I'm going to use alphabetical grid. Any of them will go. So I will say extrusion, then grid. This is grid 6. I'm going to use grid 2. Okay. Grid 3. Grid 5. So I'm going to use grid 2. From here now, I will draw this. Let me just check 11. So we click from here. We'll do it to this point. So you can click finish at this level. Finish it. So you go to level 1 or anywhere you know that okay, this is so you extend it to this ground. You can extend it to this ground like that. So let me stay at this point. So after you've done that, you can click finish. What is it saying? The form of this family do not put anything or with it. What is it saying, man? So just like, let's finish and see what is happening. You see the same thing that is saying here. Only the point. Okay, maybe let me use level 1. Just delete this one. Then let's go and create another folder and use, let's say click and create form extrusion. So the one which is the middle bit, I think this one should work. So click here and say align this one with this middle grid. Then you click, let's say 11 meters. So you click finish. Then let's go to out with this. I think we should be able to cut something. Now we say finish. Do you see it? Yeah, this one successful. So what we do here is that we have gotten this right, which is the part has been cut off. So you can check it from the 3D and see what we say. Okay, can you see that part is gone? So what do we need now is we need to move this to the middle. So we come here and say start elevation. From start elevation, now you say move. You have already finished, you are not in the family, so you say move, then you move individually to this point. So when you look at it from the, so you see that the whole thing has already migrated from this side to inside. So now it's not finished yet. So what we do here is that we go to start elevation, and this is where we are going to move it to level 5. Let's take it to level 5. So here we say move, then you take it to level, yes. So this is where the whole thing stay and lies. So you click there and say edit. So edit here, you drag this down. So we're done with this. Now you say finish. So we're not going to do, what we just need to do here now is to mirror this. And we say mirror. You put this one from here and you get the mirror right. So when you look at it from the 3D, you can still make adjustments. You're still working on the progress of a design. So when you look at it now, you see this part. Can you imagine this part, the way it bends, the way it curves? So we are having the same curve at this level. Where is the curve? So look at it from here. So you see, so the curve is now here verificated at that place. Now we have this one. Now we can just like click on this and then go back to level 1. At level, I say level 1, level 5. So from here now you shift it a little bit back so that you have the sharp parts to which you are working your. So here is what we done. Let me quickly do something that I've not done before, or like this. This is the grid 4. Let me go to west or east anyway. I need to drag this grid like grid up. Good. So I've taken them to the top. So where I'm in level 5, supposed to be seeing the grid. Good. So here is what I have here. Level 6, level 7. Okay, so at level 7 now that I have that. So I can just like click here, then adjust this one to this position. Yes, good. So when you look at it back from the 3D, you get that all those things are centered within the grid system. So it's not finished. So I will still go back there and still work something out of it. So you can just use foil or do this thing to do whatever you want to do. But let me quickly go to 3D and see the position where this thing is. It's not at the right coordinate center. So I will not accept that part. So I will go to level 1 to see the way the coordination of the plan looks. So from there, so the grid, this particular grid, this is grid 4, will be the point to which those things will work on. So we click on level 7, then we take this back to the position where it's supposed to be. So we say move, and we turn here back to level 7. Then you look at it from the 3D back again. Yes, so it's still within that space. And just look around and see that okay, the part is being what is being formed. So the next thing we want to do now, after we have gotten this one, is that we can extend this, understand? We can extend it, depends. We can extend this as well. But the beautiful thing is that you can only do one part, then you mirror it, which is what we're trying to do here. So I will delete this one now. So I will like extend this one to my satisfaction. So let's say this is what I have, and let's say edit in place. So edit in place now, move this to the edge to cut it off for you. So that is how you work with all this until you are satisfied with what you are creating. So you can just imagine the whole idea of this in the place. So you can like move and move until you stay at the point that you are not colliding with anything. So this one is actually what we want to have at this situation point in time. So in the next in the next form of what we are creating, we are going to now build on this one, then remove you use it to replicate the other thing that we want to create. So I'm going to show you now what I mean. So just mirror this and let it have a good. So from this one to, I think we should be at level 5 because this one is too high. So just move it to level 5. So that's the level we want to be. So we have this one in place. So every form we are going to be creating now, we are going to create it within this place, and until we get the whole thing we want to design for our own personal design use. So I will go back to 3D and show the evaluation of everything we have done at this level. So in the next tutorial, I will create this part out. Then before I move to this one, then the whole concept will come out, then we start developing the whole inside. So thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. God bless you.